Yes. Welcome back to another weekly edition of ISD and School Detention. Thank you guys, as always, for tuning in with us. We appreciate you. I'm your host, Devonn.
Sorry, I got a bunch of eye boogers.
You just woke up?
No, I didn't pick them out. So they've just been chilling in my eyes.
Low key, when I wake up, bro, I sometimes
You got some right here.
Yeah. See, I always forget. I just killed some granola bars in the car.
Right.
Oh, it's just
this side.
This side?
Yeah,
Awesome.
it's like under the lip.
I felt it.
Yeah, you got
gosh,
it. It's gone.
yeah.
It's gone.
So thank you. Sometimes, this is Pierce, by the way, guys. Sometimes I definitely do forget to wipe out my eye booger.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie.
Man. There be times where like, you just wake up, you don't really think about it, I guess, and then like a couple hours later, I just kind of wipe my eye, and it's just gross, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So there was one time, this was recent, like, this doesn't happen often at all, but like, I guess it just happened that day. But luckily, I just went to the gym. I didn't go anywhere else when I realized
you can look crusty at the gym.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck what I look like at the gym. But like, I went there, like, I woke up, I think I woke up, like, meditated, like, read, stretched, like, I had a whole nice little routine. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna go to the gym. So I went to the gym, right? And then when I went to the gym, I got there and I realized I didn't brush my teeth. I just forgot. Because usually, like, I brush my teeth after, like, I drink coffee. I didn't, though. So I just went to the gym and I was like, damn, I forgot to brush my teeth. So the whole time I was hoping no one, like, would come up and talk to me.
Facts,
like, my shit's probably just disgusting right now.
Radiating.
Literally, yeah, bro. So, but that doesn't happen often.
No.
So, like, I'm not nasty.
I definitely don't forget to brush my teeth. I do forget to, we all forget to floss a little bit here and there. But
hell yeah. Deodorant. I forgot to put deodorant on sometimes.
Frequently, yes.
I wouldn't say frequently, but
I probably forget deodorant maybe like twice a week. And to me, that's frequent because deodorant's an everyday thing. Like, if I probably 1 or 2 times a week.
Like once a week for me.
Yeah. I probably.
Average. Maybe.
I probably.
Not if I'm going somewhere, though. Like, the most, if I forget, I'm forgetting to go put it on, like, at the gym.
That's not bad.
Yeah, but, like, I don't think you realize how much, like, not you personally, but, like, for me, like, I didn't realize how much I stunk until you don't put deodorant on and you go to the gym. Like, I was a couple times I'll be there and I'll lift my arms for something and I'm like, damn, what does that smell? And I'm like, oh, wow. One, you can tell just because you're so sweaty down there. You know what I'm saying? So you're like, okay, I'm gross. And then you're like, oh, that smell is me. And like, you're like, wow, I really do stink.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and the thing is, like, I'll be walking past other people in the gym. I'm like, damn, bro. Like, you're disgusting. You know what I'm saying? But then I guess I'm the same way if I forget to put deodorant on. So
everybody's stinking. Low-key, if you go to the gym and you don't stink, you're not doing shit.
You're not doing shit, bro.
Yeah, if we keep it a buck.
I don't know, man, because I know some people, they might be coming back from, like, work or something like that, but I've walked past guys and girls, like, you can tell, like, they have, like, cologne on or perfume, But I don't know. I put some on before going to the gym. There's some that do smell pretty nice at the gym. Like a fresh smell.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't use it to, like, mask my smell, I guess. But I'm not that stinky at the gym.
Facts.
Some people just aren't that BO-y. You know what I'm saying? Even if you're sweaty, you feel me? I feel like some people just have more BO than others. I don't know, like, if that's a fact, but
I don't know about, this will be the last thing before we get started. I don't know about BO per se, but I definitely do get sweaty. And, like, I sweat a lot, period. Like, I'm just a sweaty nigga. Like, but also on top of that, like, especially when I'm working out, like, it doesn't take as much for me to get going if you're playing basketball, if I'm lifting. Like, for me personally, sweat.
No, once I start sweating, like, I like to sweat, though.
Me too.
Like, once I start sweating, I want to keep sweating.
Yeah. And I also, personally, I think there's a difference between, like, must and BO. Like, musty is like musty. BO, that's a whole
BO is like
beast.
If I don't put deodorant on, that's BO. You
Facts.
feel me? But, like, if I'm just stinky from the gym, like a sweat smell, I'd imagine that's not even that. Like, just after a day of just doing whatever you're doing, the regular day, and you get home, that smell is what I'd imagine would be musty versus, like, oh, I forgot to put deodorant on and I just hooped for 3 hours in 95 degrees. Like, that's gross. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, bro, like, you're disgusting.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. But let's get into it because that's not even what we're supposed to be talking about.
For sure. All right. First thing, man, here on ISD, positive. I want to give a big shout out. I think this is super dope, man. Shout out to Lil Nas X for not only bringing home a VMA, but for being a marketing genius.
Yeah.
I personally think, and I have not heard this new album yet, so please don't kill me. I personally think, from what I've heard of Lil Nas, music isn't his strongest suit. Like, that's not his. I had the word I'm looking for. Music isn't.
Forte.
No, it's his forte. He can make music. What's his strength? Music isn't his biggest strength to me. Right. His biggest strength to me is the marketing, the social media videos, the everything. Like, even if you go back to, like, even though I didn't really fully, you know, like, I didn't fully rock with the whole, like, devil thing in the video and, you know, hear my, I forgot what the song was called, but I didn't really fuck with that whole thing. Cool. But it did the job. It got people talking about him. It got escalated to a legal level. Everywhere you turned, ABC, CBN, Hip Hop News, Twitter, Instagram, all talking about Lil Nas X. Album rollouts are crazy. Music videos are crazy. I think visually he is like way ahead of the curve. And I think that as much as his music is decent, from what I heard, because I heard his last EP, I believe it was called 7. I heard that it was decent. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, Old Town Road's a banger, and all the remixes of Old Town Road. Jesus Christ. Yeah. For every song in the alphabet, there was a fucking remix. I just think that he is a master marketer and social media troll, I guess you could say. I don't want to call him a troll because I feel like that's kind of like...
I'm pretty sure that's how he started out. Or like a meme account.
Yeah, a meme account,
before he became...
Correct. And I don't want to call him a troll. I feel like a troll was kind of like underhanding or kind of undermining of like terms of the marketing he does. I'm sure he puts a lot of work into these videos, but... I give him props for all that, and I think it's really dope that he brought him that VMA, especially with all the other shit people always talk about him and shit like that.
Right. I'm not gonna sit here and I don't like listen to him. You know what I'm saying? Like,
facts. I don't just be like, yo, I'm pulling up this little.
Not that he's not good. I just don't. You
know
I hear
what
I'm saying?
Yeah.
I did hear the album though. Like somebody was playing it when I was with them. It's not bad. I guess it's it's good music. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, what you're saying with the marketing though, 100%. I mean, he's constantly in the news for something, good or bad, and even when it's bad, it's not really that bad. It's just that it's just people being mad at him for being as gay as he is. You know what I'm saying? And which shouldn't even be an issue.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? But I guess people think there's he's trying to push an agenda, but he doesn't give a fuck. Obviously, and the more you talk about him, the more people are gonna listen to him, and he knows that. You know what I'm saying? So I think he's going about it the right way. He's just staying in people's Twitter feeds. You know what I'm saying? And their timelines and everything. Smart guy, really smart guy,
very smart.
So shouts out to him, man. Shouts out to him, and I wish him continued success.
Same, bro. And the more people talk about him and try to shit on him for being gay and like all that ignorant ass shit,
it just makes him look bad.
It makes them look bad, but also it boosts Nas up.
Yeah.
Like I think in one video where he was having the baby for the album, he was like, "Let's go."
Yeah.
And I don't know if that was like a shot of the baby or something.
Right.
Like
I mean, it's just like it just. For other people on the scene, it just makes everyone else, like I was saying, look bad. Like he's not doing anything to you. You know what I'm saying? He's just being himself. And because of that, it's making these people so angry. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, what demons are you guys fighting that you can't let this guy just do his thing? You know what I'm saying? Like, so I just don't understand. Well, I do, because obviously they have an issue with him being gay and how the success he's having and the agenda he's pushing and shit like that. But like, who gives a fuck? You know what I'm saying? And so I think he's just having a ball, just getting these people mad, angry. All these old head hip hop, rappers, this and that, freaking out because of whatever is on the video he's doing or the way he's talking to these people, whatever the case is, and they're mad. But he's just like, bro, I'm making millions of dollars every day.
Every day.
I don't give a fuck what you're gonna say to me.
Sponsorships, Adobe, everything.
He's literally sponsored. He's everywhere. So do you think he cares what Boosie has to say about him? No,
absolutely not.
He does not give a fuck what anybody has to say, and that's
I respect the shit out of that.
Yeah, 100%.
And I don't know. I watched Boosie's Breakfast Club interview, at least parts of it, for what I could stand. And bro just didn't really have like valid arguments. Like I remember DJ Envy asked him. He said, all right, so you have a problem with Lil Nas X and, homosexuality. So I'm paraphrasing. I mean, I know exactly what. Right. But then Envy asked him, so why didn't you come at Birdman and Lil Wayne when they shared that kiss in the club on the lips? Yeah. And Boosie was like, man, that's, come on, not you know what I'm saying? That's different, you know what I'm saying? That's a different type of thing. That's mafia. I'm like, no, nigga, that's not different, bro. Yeah. You're just not going to say shit to them.
Yeah.
Just keep it a buck.
Yeah, it's easy to come at Lil Nas. I mean, obviously he's not a gangster.
He's not a very intimidating looking person
like,
at all.
He's probably not gonna drop a diss to you. He's probably just gonna make some funny shit, make a meme about you, and everyone's gonna retweet it, and you're just gonna look dumb, you know? I mean, the arguments about not liking, gay people or the gay community just make no sense. You know what I'm saying? Like you just seem so bothered by someone living their life. Literally. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Like, just like if someone was freaking out over, Boosie smoking, you know what I'm saying? And I'm sure Boosie would be like, who cares? Like, I'm not smoking in front of you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not making you do it. Like, this is what I want to do. Like, why are you so freaking out so much?
Yeah.
Versus someone being gay, minding their own business.
Not doing shit.
And he's making a point to record himself, freaking out, posting it. Like, that's going to change anything. Like, that's not changing anything. That just makes you look
horrible.
Homophobic.
Yeah, what you
realistically,
are. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it just does, And the thing is, obviously, he's not... People like that, probably don't really give a fuck if they're accepted in the gay community. So, they're just going to keep doing their thing. Yeah. But I mean, I don't know, bro. It just looks ignorant to me, because now you just look bothered by somebody else's business. Now you're in somebody else's business and you're letting them living their life encroach on you. You know what I'm saying? And now they're just living rent free in your head. You feel me? And now they're just making money off of you hating. You feel me? So if you want to destroy this man's career, the best thing you can do is not say shit. Literally. The more you talk, the more people are like, damn, why is he so mad? Let me go see. Oh, it's Lil Nas. More views, more this, more that. So, like, he's not really doing anything for himself. And nobody else is either. Not just Boosie, but whoever's, like, really just freaking out over shit like this. Like, you're not doing yourself any favors. You're literally helping him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think these people are thinking it through.
And on top of that, you want to sit here, you want to talk shit, but yet you dropped the album. Did you know he dropped the album this year?
Boost?
Yeah. Exactly.
I didn't know.
Exactly. You so focused on somebody else's business. I'm not trying to take nothing away from Boost from a hip hop standpoint. I can't say I've ever listened to him, but I know a lot of people fuck with him, and
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna sit here and speak on his music and none of that. But it's just like you did all this talking, all this shit, but then you dropped the album here in 2021. You dropped the album, you got featured on a few songs, and that no one really, you didn't really catch much traction.
Yeah.
So you doing all this shit, all this talking, all this other shit by somebody else who's leagues above you in terms of notoriety, in terms of that and star power nowadays.
It just looks bad.
It just looks bad.
It just looks bad. But, I mean, you can't, obviously he doesn't care.
You don't care. And my words are probably never going to reach him, which is fine.
Yeah. But I mean, I don't know. It just looks bad, bro. It just makes everyone involved just kind of look sad. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you're just bashing the gay community. That's like someone bashing like the black community for something that they're just minding their business.
Right.
The video when they're just having a barbecue in the park.
And a white lady.
And a white lady comes up.
I got her on a t-shirt.
Yeah, and it's just like, you are that lady. Literally. You know what I'm saying? You are literally that white lady. Freaking out over someone minding their business. Like, you're no better than that.
That shit is stupid.
You feel me? So it's just fucking dumb, bro.
I agree.
But shouts out to Lil Nas X, man. He's doing his thing.
Shout out to Lil Nas X. I wanna get him on the show one day. I want to interview. Lit, I want to interview the shit out of him. Did you have anything positive you want to share though?
Take some time, today whenever you guys see this to go outside and take some deep breaths. Listen to the birds sing. De-stress. Whatever's going on in your life right now isn't going to be going on forever, so you'll get through it.
Always. Good words, sir. Good words.
Thank you.
Good words. All right. Next segment, the I Bet You Didn't Know segment. This is a blurb I pulled from ABC 7 article published on September 1st. Cook County Missing Persons Project aims to resolve nearly 170 cases dating back a decade of missing people, bro. And I wanted to bring that up today because I'm sure some people, obviously people know that people go missing, but I wanted to make a point to highlight it because I want to take this time to go ahead at this link I found from University of Michigan Health of Michigan Medicine. If you scroll down on to get to the bullet points, the FBI, Federal Bureau of Investigation, recommends teaching your child the following tips to help prevent abduction. I think this is very important people to know because maybe not everybody knows these things. Obviously, like I said, we know kidnappings happen, but I want to be able to put this knowledge in somebody's head, somebody's ear, so that they can be aware and be safe out here because you just never know what's going to happen. Number 1, stay away from strangers. Explain what makes a person a stranger. Note that even someone with a familiar face is a stranger if you don't know him or her that well. Stay away from someone who is following you on foot or in a car. Don't get close to them or feel as though you must answer any question that they ask you. Run and scream if someone tries to force you to go somewhere with them that tries to push you into a car. Memorize a secret code word. Tell your child not to go with anyone under any circumstances unless that person knows the code word. That's smart, actually. I mean, my parents never really talked to me about being abducted. I mean, they always say don't talk to strangers, don't get in nobody's fucking car. That's definitely been one.
I just kept the blicky with me.
But at all times. At all times. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Don't fucking try me.
I wish, man. Be wild. I mean, yeah, bro. I never really had that issue.
One time, we had neighbors, and I didn't know these neighbors were actually racist at the time, but I was a kid, and I would play baseball with like their little son or whatever. And one time, I just went over in their house, and I was in their basement, and I went missing. And like my bat was like laying in the front yard and everything, and my mom couldn't find me. She was freaking the shit out. I was in her basement just watching TV. She went over there. I was over there. She was all cool. She's like, "Oh, thank you so much for finding Devonn." Yada yada. When I got back in the house, boy, she beat my ass. What? Which I'm not mad at though.
Yeah,
I'm not mad. Like,
was your neighbor?
It was a neighbor next door. She just didn't know where I was at, and my bat was laying in the front yard.
Yeah, I guess.
And it's like at that I was like 9, 10. I wasn't even in middle school yet.
Right.
The age where if you go anywhere, you should be telling your parents.
Right.
You shouldn't just be going disappearing.
Yeah.
So I had that ass being coming. I'm not gonna lie. So
I don't know, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. I would disappear sometimes, not on purpose.
Yeah.
But like, you know, you go outside. Like, I didn't have a phone at the time.
Yeah.
Like kids now, you feel me? So like, once you leave the house,
you out there.
you kind of just, and hopefully you come back home.
I always wonder how the hell but yeah, like so like when we would hang out, our parents always knew where we were at. We were always with each other for the most part. But for the most time, we never left this. Before we had cars, we never really left the suburb. Justin was our first friend with a car. And if we did leave, one of our parents talked to each other. Like at time we tried to play basketball on the base. Like our parents were like, "Oh yeah, we were with such and such," some shit like that.
Yeah.
Other than that,
Yeah, man. I mean, I had bikes and shit, so I mean, I would ride around, but I guess I wouldn't go super far. You feel me? Because I didn't. So I guess that was never an issue for me. But I mean, sometimes this shit happens, man.
Shit happens. Shit does happen, and that's why we bring this up here today. Adults should not ask children for help. For example, a child shouldn't trust grown-ups who ask kids for directions or finding a help puppy or kitten. God, that's a really old trick.
Yeah,
that's a really old
trick.
I
can see how it would work though.
Oh yeah, definitely. I was a naive ass child. I may have helped. I'm not gonna lie. A child who's approaching this way should tell the person, "Wait here, I'll go check on my mom or dad." And by the time you get back, that motherfucker probably gone anyway. Fucking weirdo predator. Ask for help when you are lost. If you get lost in a public place, immediately ask someone who works there for help. Always ask for permission before going anywhere with anybody. Ask a parent or the grown-up in charge before leaving the yard or play area or before going into someone's home. Do not accept any unplanned offers for a ride from someone known or unknown. Always tell a parent where you were going, how you will get there, who is going with you, and when you'll be back. Be home at an agreed upon time or else find a way to contact home directly. Yeah, that was you remember my mom. Like, my mom never played no games. She still don't. Yeah. And whenever I had to go someplace, always, where are you at? Who you with? What time you going to be there? Can I talk to the mom? Is Pierce going to be there? Is Justice going to be there? What's the other boy's name? Kyle? Is he going to be there too? And at first, it used to piss me off. Because, like, by the time I get done with all the checklists, I don't even want to fucking go no more.
Right.
Or we've wasted 20, 30 minutes of our time because you want to talk about something in between. And now my friends are gone. Like, now the plans are over because you was fucking talking to me. I get it and I appreciate it now.
Yeah, I mean, you're always gonna look back, as when you're older and kind of appreciate what your parents are doing for sure. Yeah. Yeah, man. I mean, I guess luckily for us, we weren't living in the worst areas, so it's not like that was happening, But you never know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You never know. So I guess it's better to have a parent that's too safe than someone who's doesn't give a fuck.
1,000,000%.
You know what I'm saying?
1,000,000%. Because me and you know some people whose parents weren't always like, and everybody does know some people whose parents weren't like always, the best or as strongest or really involved in their kid's life. And because of that, certain things have happened.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can't prevent everything. But as I'm older, I definitely appreciate my mom really staying on me the way that she did about being safe in my whereabouts and shit like that. It's always, I'm glad I was always traveling in groups. Luckily, I am a guy, so I have more strength if someone tries to like, no one's gonna abduct me now. I'm 25.
Yeah,
but
but yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, but like as a child, no, definitely, man, it's risky. Be prepared to have a good description of your child. Have a close-up photograph of your child taken every 6 months. Keep track of and write down details about your child's appearance, such as height, weight, eye color, birthmark, scars, and identifiable mannerisms, such as hair twisting. Have your child fingerprinted. Damn. Check with local police for department instructions.
Damn.
And stay calm. You are more likely to remember. Damn, the fingerprint one definitely kind of threw me off. I'm not knocking anything on this list.
Like kids have phones. You can just follow. You could track the phone. Like, granted, the guy might like throw it away, but still, like, there's ways to track these people now, you know, and there's cameras, there's so much more technology now that's going to be able to help with these types of abductions and stuff like that. I mean, everyone's obviously aware of the Amber Alerts, you know what I'm saying, get them constantly all the time. So I think there's a lot more being done about it. But at the same time, I mean, it's not like they're, depending on who you're talking about, going missing, like, obviously there's a little bit more urgency getting certain people than others, you know, or trying to find certain people than others, which is ridiculous. You know, you would think any human life would be the same. Unfortunately, that's not the case. But hopefully, you know, in the future that does get better, and every missing child is treated the same. No matter where they come from. Yeah, you know, where they look like. So
100%, man, 100%. Stay in traveling groups. Be safe. Women, ladies, especially black women, man, carry pepper spray. Carry a pocket knife.
You shouldn't have to, but
you shouldn't have. Correct, you should not have to, but unfortunately, you have to carry a pocket knife, carry a taser. Just carry something, man. Just be safe out here. My girl was saying last night, she's like, you know, there's always a vaccine theory about them putting chips in us and all sort of kind of stuff. She was just like, the way, you know, black women get abducted, you could damn near put a chip in me. Because if I ever go missing, I feel like, because she feels like there's always a target on her back as a black woman, and it is. So if she were to ever go missing, that'd be an easier way to find her. And I'm just like, damn, it's a little extreme, but it's not it's not coming from a bad place. That idea kind of makes sense.
Yeah, for sure.
So, definitely. All right, moving on from that. Music, man. Lil Simz.
Yeah, man.
Fire. I have not finished that project.
Gas, right?
But like, whoa, holy!
That came out when Certified Lover Boy came out, I think. And
knocking that shit out the park. Knocking that shit out the park. No,
but you know what? I haven't heard anybody talk about it either, unfortunately. Other than like, you know, the hip hop. Yeah. Places I go to talk about hip hop, but like, you don't hear that from anywhere else, man. Like, it's unfortunately, but that's just kind of how it is, you know. Like, the really, 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 really good artists don't get nearly as much shine. Yeah. Unfortunately. So a lot of times, like, this stuff just kind of goes under the radar. I don't know if this one did, though. I mean, I've seen people talk about it, just not really in the mainstream. Yeah. You feel me? So, but yeah, if you haven't, I would definitely check it out. It's called Sometimes I Might Be Introvert by Little Simz.
Fire.
The whole project, the lyrics, the production, everything.
UK rap? Different.
Yeah.
Very, 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 very different, bro. Between Dave dropping Psychodrama and this project, man.
Dave is nice.
Dave is crazy. I haven't heard anything after Psychodrama. I haven't really checked it out, but
Dave is nice.
This shit right here, man, this is definitely different. It knocks Certified Lover Boy out of the water. There's a whole different kind of sound to it. Like, I like the blend between like soul samples and just like her kind of flow and what she's talking about on here. Mm-hmm. Like, I really feel like every topic she was talking about just came from a good place. Like, even the song called Woman, which I think right now is my favorite track. Mm-hmm. Which is the second one featuring Cleo Soul. I really like that song, man. The production on it right now is 10 out of 10. I'm about...
Dave dropped this year.
Oh, did he? Mm-hmm. Oh, damn, I missed it.
We're all alone in this together.
Have you heard it?
No.
That shit sound like it's going to be something like Psychodrama. I can't wait.
Bro, Psychodrama was crazy when that came out. I was
fire, bro.
And no one was talking about it.
Nobody. Oh, I did see someone talk about it. I see someone highlight it, so.
But, yeah, bro, sometimes I might be introvert. Gas. Like, there's not one song in there that I don't like.
Shout out to my boy Javier. You guys definitely put me on that shit.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir.
Sometimes it pays off just to, because I feel like a lot of times what people do when they, you know, when music drops, like they'll go to, you know, whatever tab, you know, and they just look at like the first couple albums and then new releases, and it's obviously always going to be the top people that drop. So Drake, Kanye, this and that. But if you just scroll a little bit or go to the see all, and you'll really see what, you know, came out, you'll find some really nice stuff. Or like, you know, go on like a blog, or even like on Twitter. I'm sure there's pages that talk about new bro. Like I either on Twitter or like on Reddit and shit like that, like, or even the pages I follow on Instagram. Like, they'll every Friday they're like, this is what's dropping, and I'll be like, oh shit, like they're dropping this week. They're dropping this week, you know. So that's how I find so much cool stuff, just from following different pages that talk about music. You know what I'm saying? So you're actually getting some more info than just what the mainstream is getting pushed, because obviously, you know, if Drake's dropping an album, that's all anyone's ever going to talk about is Drake dropping an album. Because like I said, they dropped in the same day. I didn't find out she dropped until I went and looked. And I saw the album. I was like,
in the Drake storm.
Yeah, like once you hear, Drake is dropping, or any huge artist, Travis, Kanye is dropping, that's all that people care about. And a lot of the time, the albums aren't even the best ones that dropped that week. You know what I'm saying? Like that Certified Lover Boy definitely wasn't the best that dropped that week if you're comparing it to other things that dropped and sing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's unfortunate, you know, because a lot of, like I said, a lot of really good artists and a lot of really good music kind of flies under the radar because of that. Just because I feel like the way music media is handled. Not all music media, like there's obviously like smaller like companies that actually do try to get other, you know, up and coming artists or not well known artists out there, but like I mean XXL, all those, like they're only gonna talk about what's
bigger
hot.
Artists who's on their freestyle list, bro.
Right, which is trash.
Honestly, bro, the best place to discover, and I never would have thought this as much as we shit on this app and we don't really fuck with it, how it can be bad for you. The best place to discover new music is Twitter.
I found hella shit on Twitter, bro.
Like every day I go, and it's an active community, and that's why I fuck with it. Like every day I go on Twitter, I learn about a new artist, or I see artists who's on a bubble, and I just learn about different kinds of things that they're doing to promote themselves. Like I've even seen, I know it's a good community because there are artists that we rock with, Karali Payne, you know, Asar, different artists in the city that we like, and then there'll be these pages posting them on playlists, like, you know, Shrek Knows Rap, and like Team Dreamville, like they're reposting other artists who are still on the come up, trying to build themselves. And I'm just like,
I found Flex on Twitter.
Right.
Like I was on Twitter scrolling, and some dude was like, some random ass page, this is the best rapper out of Chicago. And I was like, all right, clicked on it. And I was like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? So like, I mean, you know, you just gotta dig a little bit, bro. I have people ask me all the time, like, you know, where do you find music, or you know, oh, Pierce always, you know, he always knows what's drops, or he always knows something. And it's like, it's not hard to do if you just follow the right pages. You know what I'm saying? And like, just do a little bit of digging. You know, all it takes is, instead of just like scrolling on the new releases, yeah, you're gonna see all the big ones, but if you just hit see all, you feel me, there's so much more. Or even like download some of the playlists, you feel me, or even just so it doesn't have to be even new music. I don't know how Tidal is, but Apple, like they have like a little thing where you can it just plays similar music to what you put.
It does that, yeah.
Yes, bro, I found so much music from that, just playing a song I liked and then just letting it go, you feel me, versus just like sticking within my playlists, you feel me, and just listening to the same things over and over and over and over and over again. Sometimes you want some fresh stuff. Like, you just gotta do a little bit of digging, you know what I'm saying? Like, click on an album you haven't listened to before, listen to a couple songs, you don't like it, go somewhere else, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to listen to that, you feel me, but you never know if you don't press play. You feel me? If you don't do a little bit of digging. So that's all you got to do. Just a little bit of digging. You can find so much shit, bro. Like, I'm constantly downloading songs, like, just from random ass artists, random ass genres, just because, you know, I just looked at it. You feel me? So definitely something that I think if you like music, just do that. You know what I'm saying? Just do that.
Yeah.
It's not hard. It really isn't.
Baby Keem, The Melodic Blue. Like it?
That made me a fan, man. Like,
really?
I wasn't even a big fan. I didn't really listen to Baby Keem beforehand. I really didn't. And then I heard Family Ties, and I was like, oh, okay, which is gas, obviously. And then, you know, he dropped this, so I was like, okay, let me see what's going on with this. And there's actually a good amount of songs. I don't like every single song on there. Not every single song isn't like the best, but there's a lot of songs in there that I've been listening to constantly.
I'll first listen, not gonna lie, I was like, this shit bad. But I think I'll first listen, yeah. I'm not like Trademark USA's a banger. The whole Range Brothers Top of the Morning.
You don't like that? I like that.
I ain't gonna lie.
I mean, like, obviously, like, it's not like God tier lyrics.
It's not. That's why I said I'll first listen. And you can't really give a full critique on the album. You only heard one time.
You can't, yeah. You're right.
I'm holding that back. I was texting my boy Dro, and I was like, first listen, bro, not really fucking with this, but you got to come back to it. Because at first listen, I wasn't fucking with Views. So.
Yeah. I'm not going to compare this to Views.
I'm not. I'm just an example of first listen versus like second listen of what you really fucking with. So, yeah. I've been a Baby Keem. Jordan put me on Baby Keem. Shout out my boy Heavy But Light. He put France Freestyle. Tough. I don't know if you've ever heard that.
Yeah, I've gone back now and like listened to his stuff, but before I was just lacking. That's pretty much what it was. I just didn't make a point to go listen. You feel me? I think what I did, and it was just stupid of me to do, but I think I just kind of grouped him in with all the other like
Mumbo jumbo rappers.
Lil's this and Young that. So
Lil
I was just
Toilet.
like, all right, they probably just all sound the same.
Yeah, Young Napkin on the beat, bitch.
Yeah, some shit like that. So that's pretty much what I was doing. Then you know what? And I'm not ashamed to say this, but like, what made me want to listen to it, or I listen to him, is because I was like, oh, he has a Kendrick feature. I was like, Kendrick's not just gonna feature with someone who's not decent.
Correct.
So I was like, all right, let me just listen. I was like, oh, so then obviously, I was like, okay, well, I should have fucking been on my shit because he's been out for a little bit.
The feature did his job then.
Feature did his job. So now I'm actually like listening, and so definitely as a new fan for me for sure. When I was listening to it and when I still listen to it, like it's not I'm not like finding a new me within the lyrics, but it's a fun album to listen to.
He's fun,
and that's what I thought, and that's what I like from other things I've been seeing, just reviews on it. That's what people are saying. Like, it's not like it's just fun to listen to. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can tell like Kendrick and them, Baby Keem just had fun making these songs. You know what I'm saying? Just fucking around. Like, not every song's amazing. But there's definitely a lot of songs where I have been listening to for a minute now. So, but that's like that. It's also, I like that though, because not every album has to be serious. You know what I'm saying? Like not everything has to be taken serious. Like, it's music. You're supposed to be having fun with it. Like, obviously, you can have some serious moments, have some serious songs, depending on what you're going through in that time in your life. It might be a serious album, but like at the same time, like, have fun. You know what I'm saying? Put out a stupid song. You feel me? Like, not every single song has to be platinum. That's another thing. Like, I feel like people are so worried about accolades now. You know what I'm saying? Like, and of course you want that. You want the plaques, you want the awards and everything like that. But at the same time, like, I feel like you shouldn't be ashamed to put out something that's not amazing. You know what I'm saying? If you had fun making it, like, put it out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, just do it, But I feel like so many people take themselves so serious now that they lose the fun that they were having in the first place in doing whatever, art they were making. You feel me? Because they're like, oh, I need to be amazing. It's like, yeah, that's great, but like, you don't always have to be amazing. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you can just do it just to do it, and you never know who's gonna fuck with it. Like, who knows? Like, the thing you scrapped because it wasn't perfect could have been what made you pop, versus you over here stressing trying to make this perfect album and people don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? And you're just mad at the world, but it's just like, bro, like, you're not having fun doing that, you're never gonna blow. You know what I'm saying? Because you're just putting way too much stress on yourself.
Facts.
And that's in anything, not just music, but like any type of art. Like, just have fun, because that's how the creative juice is gonna flow. You know what I'm saying? If you're having fun, you're gonna want to be doing more. You want to be creating more. You're gonna be more experimental. Versus like, oh no, it needs to fit in this box, and I need to be talking about this, and I need to have this type of wordplay. This is, it's just like, not every album has to be serious, and not everyone is gonna be in a serious mood all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I love Griselda, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if I want to listen to talking about Pyrex and stovetops, and you know what I'm saying? Like, every single day. You feel me? Like, sometimes I just want to hear top of the morning. You feel me? Like, sometimes I want to hear top of the morning. So that's right.
Sometimes I like little Snow Algera in the morning with my breakfast.
Literally, who doesn't though?
What?
Allegra?
I apologize. I said Algera. I'm sorry.
Is it
you Snow Allegra? Hold on. I'm just going. I'm gonna start just gonna find an interview where they say her name.
Yeah, it's Allegra. It's Alegra.
It is. Okay, so I sincerely apologize. You know what? I fuck with her album.
Yeah, she's really good.
That shit, that Neon Peaches that Tyler made, that shit's a banger.
Yeah. But yeah, bro, I'm a fan of it. I've been listening to it nonstop. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, it's just a fun album. It's just really fun to listen to, yeah, I'm happy with it for sure. Me too. New fan.
I still gotta dive into this. Well, real quick, since we're on Keem, a lot of people, I want to get your thoughts on this, feel like in the future he could be the face of music. How do you feel?
Baby Keem?
How do you feel about that?
Who said that?
A lot of people said that. Well, one of my music homies feels like that, and he's not just like some random person on Twitter. Like,
yeah, he's like a.
He knows how.
Maybe.
I know you're a new fan. Yeah, in a few years.
I don't know. I mean, I guess I don't know enough about the guy to sit here and say yes or no. But I mean, I don't know what lane music's gonna be in. You know what I'm saying? And like music as a whole, or like hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Because that's tough too. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't say that. I feel like there's only so many people that are the face of music. I mean, for their like generation.
The face of hip hop for the past decade would probably be Drake, just from like a notoriety standpoint.
Like three.
There's three, just Cole, Drake, and Kendrick.
Yeah,
being honest, like the guys.
You know.
But like, if you're looking at overall the face of music overall across all platforms, I'm giving that to Lil Nas X right now, and across in a few years.
No, I wouldn't even give it to Lil Nas X.
What would you give if you had to pick a face of music right now?
Face of music.
I mean, you could say Drake. You wouldn't be wrong for saying Drake, but in a few years,
I mean, like it depends. Like, what are we talking about? Like what are the qualifications for saying the face of music? Just the biggest person, or the most talented person in music, or the most successful? You know what I'm saying? So like,
I mean, if we going off talent.
Because I would say Drake's bigger than Lil Nas.
He is.
Drake's the biggest artist.
He has
right
been
now,
for a long time.
You know
You're
what I'm
right.
saying? Or I would even before Lil Nas, I'd say The Weeknd, because The Weeknd's everywhere.
Fuck,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
he is.
So, or you can even say Taylor Swift, because she's multi-platinum every single. I don't listen to her, but like you can't deny that her success.
You could say Lana Del Rey too.
Even there's so many people.
Yeah.
So it's like, and obviously, like if you're a fan of a certain genre, you're probably gonna go towards them. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm a fan of rock music, I'll probably find some rock band like this is the face of music. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to sit here and you know. So it's like that's really hard to say. But there's only so many people that you really have to be huge to be the face of music. Like Michael Jackson was, I would argue, was the face of music during his time.
Well, look,
everybody knew who Michael Jackson was.
I don't ever be somebody as big as Michael Jackson.
So like, that's what I'm saying. Like it's tough to get to that point. You know what I'm saying? And like, I don't know. I wouldn't say Lil Nas X is the face of music either, because he's in the media for sure, but like not for his music.
But like with this rise, though, in a few years, I wouldn't be surprised if everyone considers him the face of music. If he keeps rising on the same path that he's on, you know, and everyone has I'm not wishing on nobody's loss, but everyone has a pitfall. Everyone has like a stumble.
Yeah, I mean, everyone eventually cools off at some point.
Yeah,
but again, I guess it just depends. Like, are we talking face music just because he's the biggest person in music, or he's making the best music out right now?
Qualifications, like you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like that's because he's probably gonna get bigger and bigger, but we already know not everyone listens to Lil Nas X for his music. You know what I'm saying? Like he's big for other things as well as his music, but I wouldn't sit here and say, like, I wouldn't say he's the best pop artist. I don't really consider him a rapper, to be honest with you. Lil Nas X, so I wouldn't
really have a category.
I wouldn't put him in that. Yeah. I would pop music. That's what I put.
People who really don't have a category typically gonna pop anyway.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it is pop music.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's pretty much what it is, which is whatever. But like, I wouldn't, you know. But I mean, it's hard. You can't really say anyone's the face of music right now. But if I had to pick, it'd probably be Drake or The Weeknd or some shit like somebody like that who's just. You know when they're on a song and they're on an album, like it's gonna go be huge, and not just to hear like some controversial shit they're gonna say, but because the song's actually being good. You know what I'm saying? I feel like right now for Lil Nas X, obviously he has an insane amount of fans, but also people are like, I heard this video is pretty, suggestive. I want to watch it just to see what's in it, not because I want to hear the music, but like when it's like The Weeknd or Drake or other people, it's like I want to watch this. Because of the music. Because of the music. You know what I'm saying? So that's my thing. If you're going to be the face of music, people have to be drawn to you for the music and not for the controversy. You feel me? Because then that's two different things.
It's a fact.
That's two different things. Because you can sit here, Kim Kardashian can make a song, and because she's huge, you can say she's the face of music. But are they to her because of the controversy or for the music? You know what I'm saying? So,
I hear you.
But for Baby Keem, because we're not even talking about Lil Nas, we're talking about Baby Keem. I don't know. I can't see that. I can't see that personally right now. I just don't. I mean, I just feel there's other people. If we're gonna talk about being the face of music, there's other people that are just ahead of him at this moment. So unless he's making huge leaps and bounds in the next couple of years, which I'm sure he'll just be getting bigger, obviously, but he's gonna have to be making some huge like steps up to overtake these people that are just ahead of him at this moment. So yeah. But the thing is like we like the album. Not everybody liked this album. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we thought it was really good, but someone who thought this was shit is gonna be like, what do you mean he's gonna be the face of music in a couple of years? Like what? You know what I'm saying? So yeah. I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't say that. I feel like that's a stretch.
Okay.
Right now. Personally.
I've had a theory. I've actually developed this theory a lot these past like week and a half. I've sat here, I've chewed on it, I've told people this, and I really feel this way. I strongly from the bottom of my heart feel like Project Pat is the greatest rapper of all time. And the reason why I say this is because, right? Yes, you have Jay-Z, right? Mm-hmm. Consistent, great artist, makes great music, has grown, evolved, and changed with the times.
Deodorant song.
Oh, down your shirt?
That's why I don't like white deodorant.
No, I use gel. I use gel. Facts.
Sorry.
You're good, bro. You're good. You're good.
Jesus. Like this. It's like it's snowing.
Bro, you make it seem like you over there shedding some shit.
Bro, like, you didn't see what I just saw, bro. Like, it was just, I looked and I was just like, what?
I ain't never seen nobody armpits with dandruff. Damn. No, I'm fucking with you. Anyway, I feel like Project Pat is the greatest rapper of all time. And I feel this way because if you look at what 3 6 has done overall for hip-hop, if 3 6 Mafia never comes out, hip-hop is not the same. But if you also really, really, really look at it and you critically just look at his music and the impact he's had, there are artists who still sample Project Pat to this day off one album from 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Mr. Don't Play, Everything's Working. Like, if you know music, you understand how many artists have grabbed from that album. And it's all different kinds of artists. It's Kendrick, it's Cardi, it's Megan, it's 21 Savage. No, that wasn't Ass and Titties wasn't 3 6 Mafia. I apologize. That was somebody else. My bad. But anyway, yes. And you look at the fact that he came in the game doing something completely different. It still sounds different. People will try to make it sound like him. They're not going to sound like him. Right? And the fact that he's still influencing people this amount of time later. I think record sales and Billboard charts and accomplishment and like awards, like all that shit is important and it's great. But what really I think stands in someone's greatness is how they affect others by them just doing what they do. Excuse me. And based on the work that Project Pat and 3 6 Mafia has done, to me that gives him the title of the greatest. Because now you
What about 3 6 Mafia then? Because they get sampled all the time from everywhere.
I put those two in like the same thing.
So you're saying 3 6 Mafia is
I think 3 6 Mafia is the best rap group of all time.
I mean, they have an argument for the best rap group of all time.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm not going to deny that. Individually, though, I don't know.
Juicy J's been sampled a lot, too.
He has.
So would you say Juicy J's the greatest rapper of all time?
Not necessarily, because I think what Project Pat did with his flow was completely different than what Juicy J did. Like, I feel like Project Pat, the way he was flowing in pockets, his sound, like, his flow is just different, man. It's crazy. And no one's been able to replicate it, but everyone keeps trying.
Right.
You know? But, like, without that sound, hip-hop is not the same what it is now. Whether it be based off samples or, you know, look at the Suicide Boys. Those are like a junior 3 6 Mafia, if we being honest.
Yeah.
You know, don't disrespect to them. So that's my argument, man.
I hear you. I'm not gonna say you're wrong. I don't know. I mean, the greatest of all time is obviously subjective, so
correct.
There's no answer to that. You made valid points, though. You very, very valid points because you're right. I mean, I hear the samples from Project Pat everywhere, all the time.
Everywhere,
it's
all
insane.
the time. People don't even realize.
It's wild.
Ray
really
Sherman.
is.
Remember that song "Side to Side" by Ray Sherman? You know the song he got that from?
No, which one?
Oh God, it's literally. I just watched a YouTube video. It's literally a fucking. It's literally it's a fat ass rip. I'm not gonna lie. Like it's gosh. Nope, that's not it. Here it goes. Hold on. Don't ask me to rate this shit now. I'm looking for a video. Don't do that shit. I think that shit is annoying as fuck.
What?
When you're in the middle of doing something on the app, it's like, oh hey, stop what you're doing and rate our app.
Yeah. No.
Ask me when I first open the app up. Don't ask me that.
Don't ask me ever. I'm never rating the app. I'm never rating the app.
I don't mind rating. Ray Sherman, Power Glide. Remember that song? Power Glide. Yeah. Literally, bro, that's Side to Side by 3 6 Mafia. He took the melody and everything.
I mean, yeah, they're super influential. It's extremely influential. Like, yeah, they're goated for sure. But specifically Project Pat, I don't know. I mean, the argument's there for sure, but I wouldn't say he's the best personally. But I don't know who the best would be, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
That's hard. Again, it depends on what are their qualifications to be the GOAT? Storytelling, wordplay, this, and that, album sales.
It's definitely not album sales.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it depends.
I also feel like a lot of rappers that we consider the greatest, you know, are Jay, are Kendrick, Nas, Pac, Big. Cool. Like, I'm not knocking none of them and not saying none of that. But it almost feels like, well, I know I'm going to get killed for saying this. it almost feels like Project Pat changed the game. Whereas I feel like it, like everyone I just said is obviously made their contributions to hip hop and this culture. It feels like Project Pat changed the game, but some of the people that we consider the greatest of all time, are just really, 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 really good at the game.
I don't know. I don't know about that. Personally, I don't know, man. I get what you're saying, but I just feel like a lot of people change the game. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you're right.
A lot of people change the game in various ways. You know what I'm saying? Like when Big came out, like people sampled Big like it's nobody's business.
You're right. You're 100%
you know what I'm saying?
right.
I mean, Big Sean, B.I.G. This is, you know what I'm saying? Like, so like not knocking Big Sean, but like, you feel me? So like, I don't know. And Big Sean's huge. You know, right now. So I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't necessarily agree with that. But I don't think there's one GOAT either. I think there's a bunch of them, you know. So I think he'd be up there, but I don't think he's like the king. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think anybody's a king of hip hop. It's hard to really make that choice.
Yeah.
You feel me?
I hear you. All right. Now that last part I said about people being really, really, really good or not, like, because they contribute. I'll retract one thing I said. I think I don't want people to take that statement and be like, oh, he said that Jay, Kendrick, and Nas and Pac didn't contribute shit to hip hop. I'm not saying that.
You're right. I don't think you're saying that.
I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is I don't know. I just look at Project Pat's impact, musically, styles, you know, Duke Deuce, crunk music. How fucking popular crunk music was. And my boy Joe explained it to me like, crunk music was damn near drill before it was drill. It was just drilling with dancing.
Yeah. I agree, bro. Like I really do, and like I see the influence every day when I'm listening to music. You know what I'm saying, from Project Pat and 3-6, and that whole Memphis sound of that time.
Because they were the only ones out of Memphis.
Absolutely not. You know, so that whole sound in general, like you still hear about it today. So I think the argument could be better stated if you were saying like the Memphis sound on that time, the 90s, early 2000s, was the most influential
music today,
decade, or you know, time in hip hop, just based off of how that has influenced sound throughout hip hop now, and the people that are getting sampled and the cadences, and you know what I'm saying. I could see that, you know, but I wouldn't say that Project Pat changed the game the most, because you could argue Lil Wayne did, you know what I'm saying, like, because Lil Wayne came out sounding like nobody else, and I like how many people sound like Lil Wayne, you know what I'm saying, like, and they don't do it that well, but a lot of people are doing it, you know what I'm saying. A lot of people say that Lil Wayne is the GOAT, you know what I'm saying, or even Jay, you know what I'm saying, or even M, because nobody sound like M either, and M, we already know what M's done.
I'm not mad at
you. Feel me? So yeah, I don't know if I would say he's the GOAT. He's one of the GOATs though. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think there's any GOAT. And that's anything. There's a basketball, like, I think you could say, I think Michael is the top, but then there's, at the same time, you got Kareem, you got LeBron, you got Kobe. So it's like, there's a lot of them, you know? So it's really hard to pick one. You feel me? So, Russell, but I respect the argument though. Like, everything you're saying is very valid. So I'm not saying you're wrong, you know? I just feel like it's really hard to say he's the one.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I was talking to some people about it. One guy, and it's interesting getting people's theories. I've explained this theory to people our age. I've explained it to an older gentleman. I think he's 40s or 50s. He told me he thought LL was the greatest of all time.
LL Cool J?
Yeah.
I've seen the argument there. I've seen that argument as well. Obviously, that's an old head argument for sure. You feel me? But like, I mean, if you're talking about like someone who's probably had, you know, one of the first ones to have like
huge commercial success,
like in crossover, like, because he was, you know, he could say he was Drake before Drake was Drake, you know, because he had the raps, he was, you know, the lover boy, you know, this is and that, you know what I'm saying? So it's like he was doing it before Drake was doing it, in that kind of field of hip hop, of being that guy, you know what I'm saying? So like, you could say that, you know, I could see him, or you could even say Run. Because Run DMC was collabing with Aerosmith, like that was huge, you know, like the hip hop, you know. So it's like, how do you or you could say Slick Rick if you talk about storytelling, you know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? So it's tough. It's depending on what you're talking about. I've seen that. I've seen that LL Cool J argument though. I've seen that, and it makes sense. I wouldn't say he's the GOAT, the greatest of all time. I mean, it's tough. I mean, when it comes to music, it's really tough to compare, because, you know, there's different sounds, you know, and depending on what you're talking about,
different eras, who helped them get to where they're at? Would you say someone's a GOAT if they had a massive team behind them to get to that point? Or would you say someone's a GOAT if they were independent and just grinded to get to that point? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's a lot easier to be successful when you got people working their ass off day and night to get you to that point versus you're making the beats, you're putting the album together, you're putting it out. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, damn, you know. So I don't know. To be honest with you, I'll never know. Because my answer is going to change every day. You know what I mean? Like, that's really what's gonna happen, depending on how I'm feeling, who I just listened to, you know. So what new nugget of information I just happened to find the other, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of tough just to say that.
It's a fact. Yeah, it's hard. You know, when we have these GOAT conversations, whether it be about basketball, football, music, rap, whatever, any kind of GOAT, I used to really get caught up in the answer and other people's thoughts. But now the more I'm mature, I'm realizing I'm just enjoying the debate and the conversation itself. I think those discussions I'm learning the purpose of those discussions aren't for actual answers or changing of opinions, at least not to me. They're for just the exchange of ideas. Yeah,
definitely. Because, I mean, the conversations usually are pretty good, you know, just kind of seeing where people are coming from and what they're using to make that decision and everything. I mean, granted, not all of them make sense. I'm trying to think. I think I saw the other day that Zion Williamson was compared to who the fuck
it wasn't Bron.
It wasn't.
Was it Sean?
It was. It was LeBron. It was Bron. And they said he's gonna be the next LeBron in the NBA. And I was like, I don't think so.
Hell no,
to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? But then they made their argument. And I was like, well, if you're talking like that, I guess. But
it all depends on how you word it, how you frame it.
Yeah.
But there are some things that are objective, which will not change, like facts and stats and shit. But there are also some things that can be swayed depending on how you view it.
Yeah.
You know, like you could say, oh, his body type is this and this. Okay, that's fine. But if you look at how bro play, I never understood the Bron comparison. Never. To me,
I mean, I just think because he's big, you can't really stop him.
And he was a number 1 draft pick. They try this, bro. They try this. If you're 6'8" above, muscly, and you play like 3 or 4, they're gonna say, "Oh, Bron."
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, look at Ben Simmons. You know, when he came to the league,
and that
man, people were the next LeBron James. Blah, blah, blah.
That one, I'm not gonna lie, I could semi see.
I
semi saw it.
I didn't really expect it to get to where it's at now. Hopefully, he figures out whatever's wrong. Because he's really good, but I don't know what the fuck is going on with him.
I don't know, but
anyway.
That's my I just enjoy the conversation, interchange of ideas. People talk about GOATs and stuff like that, and when you talk about comparisons, like Zion's always been more of like a Sean Kemp kind of person. So I think when we talk about comparing artists and comparing people to see who's gonna be the best and who's not gonna be, I think
it's just realistically, it's always fun to talk about it, but like you just gotta wait until it's all said and done. Like you can't compare careers when Zion's in his third year, fourth year. You know what I'm saying? And LeBron's LeBron.
Facts.
You feel me? You never know. You know what's gonna happen in the next couple of years. Like Zion could fall off, or he could go above and beyond. No one knows. You feel me? So just wait. But the conversations are nice to have for sure.
Facts.
For sure. But I don't know, man. Yeah, that's tough. That's tough to say, but I do see what you're saying.
Thank you.
But I like I said, I think the argument would be better if we're talking about the Memphis sound at that time being as influential as it was, you know, because still to this day, it really is. So I would make that argument.
Yeah.
That because then that's a lot. I feel like then that could even go into, so you got the Memphis in like the 90s, early 2000s. You got New York and LA and Cali in the 90s.
Shot City.
You know what I'm saying? Chicago when Kanye came out. Then when Chief Keef again, the reemergence of that.
We had 2.
Yeah. So
we had 2. We had early Kanye, Twista,
Common, Lupe,
and I'm forgetting someone. God, Do or Die.
Yeah, so we had
early 2000s. We had a big wave, and then like, you know, I think right when Kanye's mom passed.
I would argue that after that, then it was the South.
I can see that because Atlanta. Oh, I think Atlanta's bubbling. But then what's she like? I think for Chicago, my year timeline is off, but early 2000s, college dropout, late registration, all those came. And then in that time frame, I know Lupe came out. I think Twista put out some albums between that time. Cool. It was Keef. Then as Keef came, and then like it's like we had 2 things come at once, because once Keef was bubbling, it was doing this thing, it really inspired people. Then it was Dirk, Bibby, you know, Herb, and then out of nowhere, Chance the Rapper. So
yeah.
we just came like I'm not knocking Atlanta at all. Like they're big, but I feel like Atlanta, except for maybe like Grip and JID and Kenny Mason and Deontay Hitchcock. Okay, that's 4 people. That's a lot of exceptions, but outside those 4, at least to my knowledge, it's a lot of trap music.
Right. Yeah.
Whereas Chicago, you can come up here, you can get
there's a lot of difference.
You can get drill, you can get lyrical.
I mean, but it's the same. We're just hearing the Atlanta trap because that's what's hot right now.
And QC.
There's obviously other artists other than the trap artists.
Correct. I listed them and I fuck with them. Everyone I listed, I fuck with. So
are you talking about like just when it comes to success level? Chicago rappers of all different types of like rap have been a lot just more successful versus other areas.
I just feel like we offer so many diverse sounds. Like we offer so many different things. And I feel like we as a city, and of course I'm Shot City, so of course I feel like we excel at all those other things. Like we excel at lyrical dope artists. We excel at drill music. We made drill music for one. Like I feel like drill. Am I wrong?
Yeah, no, I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like drill, like Chicago's the home of drill music. We got lyrical guys. We got soul sampling here. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you can get a lot of shit in Chicago.
Yeah, I agree. You're not wrong at all. Not wrong at all for sure. I just wonder. I guess it would be cool to kind of see a breakdown of like different areas kind of taking over. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said in the early, it was New York and Cali in 80s, the 80s and 90s, and then. I mean, I don't know if Memphis took over, but then you had that. Then in Chicago, what we were talking about. And then I think before Chief Keef came, I would argue the South, like Houston and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Paul Wall was that nigga, bro.
Yeah, they were going wild. So Texas was going wild for a little bit. And then, drill music came. And, obviously Chicago was going nuts. And now it's like Atlanta and Florida. You know what I'm saying? And then even Memphis is coming back because you got Key Glock. You got Dolph,
Moneybag.
Yeah, so it's like, so it would be cool to kind of see that breakdown of that, just to kind of see what sound was reigning supreme and during what times and what artists were kind of leading the way and why. You know what I'm saying? So that would be really cool. That actually be a really cool breakdown to see, how that all kind of came about.
There's a documentary. It's called Hip Hop Uncovered, Hip Hop Evolution. It's on Netflix.
On Netflix, yeah.
Yeah, me and my girl ain't finished it yet.
I know. They go into it.
Bro, he takes like nationwide. Like he's going cities, different kinds of artists, doing like chronological breakdown all the way from like Louisiana with like Cash Money era.
I saw that
West.
one. I saw that one.
What? It is
really
super
cool.
fucking dope.
That was really cool.
Super dope. Switching gears real quick. I saw this and I thought it was really interesting. Kevin Hart said he'd be down to do a comedy versus battle versus Cat Williams. No, Cat Williams said he'd be down to go against Kevin Hart and a comedy versus battle. We've seen a lot of music versus battles. How would you feel about a comedy versus?
I don't think that would work.
Why you say that?
It's because the music battles are, you can go song for song and like there's like, this one went 10 times platinum. This one doesn't, you know what I'm saying? But what are you gonna do? Go joke for joke? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, this joke got a lot of laughs on this. Like you can't rank a joke. But you can rank in a song or an album.
Would it be them just frying the shit out of each other? I would enjoy that.
I would then enjoy that. That's different.
But you're saying like, I said this joke back in 2010, and look how this shit did.
Yeah, if we're just going off of how the verses is all set up now, where they have 20 songs, and and obviously they're gonna pick their most popular songs and stuff like that, and you can perform it. But for the jokes, unless they're just kind of going at it with each other, off top. That's one thing, but if it's just like them just retelling old jokes, I don't think that would go over well, personally.
Because jokes are also for the moment. Like
for the moment.
It all depends. Like, but if it's a really good joke, you can tell it over again. That shit to be funny. Like Chris Rock, that tambourine shit.
Yeah, there's certain jokes where it's like you can say it, but I mean, it's just I don't know. I don't think that would go over nearly as well as the verses has. Just because you can't, like I said, like when it's with music, like you have memories attached to that. Like, oh, I was in the club when this came out, or I remember listening to this in the car. This is my first CD. This is, you know what I'm saying? Versus a joke, you have one memory tied to the joke when you first heard it. You know what I'm saying? At home or in a theater, wherever you saw it. But like, it's not like no one's playing comedy albums back to back to back to back. You feel me?
Yeah.
You feel me? So I don't know. It'd be interesting though. Like if they can come up with I just think it would have to be a different format than how the verses for music is set up. You know what I'm saying?
I think it had to be a roasting session.
Yeah, and plus, like, the jokes only you're gonna. I mean, depending on what it is, like, I know sometimes you could have like a longer joke, but like at least with the verses, like they're performing the music. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and versus battles are also kind of like, if you notice, a lot of these artists are artists who peaked at one point, not peaked as if they're falling.
Yeah, I mean they're not.
They're old. Yeah. They're stars. They're established stars who are kind of in their like they're not currently making music. A lot of them are just certified OGs who will come back playing. You know, Teddy Riley and Babyface. Like they're certified OGs who will come back playing all their top songs. Right. So on top of like hearing a song and be like, oh shit, this is also invoking memories for all the listeners. Mm-hmm. You know,
and then you also got to think about like it would have to be. I mean, there's so many different types of comedy and different types of comics. I mean, same with music, obviously, but like. That's like saying you're going to put like Kevin Hart and Bill Burr against each other. Two completely different types of comedy. Yeah, it wouldn't be right. You know what I'm saying? Two completely different types of comedy. So it would just be like, and then the thing is, like, people laugh at certain things, you know? So what if someone really thinks Kevin Hart's funny and doesn't think Cat is funny no matter what?
Yeah, you know a lot of people don't think Kevin Hart is funny.
I know a lot of people don't think he's funny.
I think he's funny as shit.
I think he was funnier back in the day.
He had a moment for sure.
Back in the day, he was hilarious. Yeah, like, I have vivid memories of watching this shit and just
going to school. He was just cracking up about Kevin Hart.
Same with Cat Williams too. Obviously, his career went on a different way, for whatever reason. But I think with Kevin Hart, like it's not so much what he's saying, it's how he's saying it. You know what I'm saying? It's the performance behind it and stuff like that. That's funny. Yeah. But at the same time, though, I think what happened with Kevin Hart is the first couple specials were funny because it was different. He was new, and then you're watching the newer specials, and it's just the same format, telling the same. He's
telling stories
very similar
about his family's life.
Yeah, So and then you can get into like the movies. Like, I mean, he's kind of the same person in every movie.
It felt like a Kevin Hart overload almost. That's kind of how I felt about.
Yeah, so it's just kind of like, all right.
Yeah, it's like Kevin Hart's in this movie. He's doing it, and I'm not knocking him. Like, go do your work.
I'm a fan of Kevin Hart. I'm not saying, but it's just it's not like it's not like a Will Smith to where he's in Bad Boys and he's in
I Am Legend.
I Am Legend, and he's in I Wrote. Those are completely different characters and range.
Facts.
Kevin Hart, he's just always the same character in every movie. He's short, funny black guy. You know what I'm saying?
I think there's one movie coming out with a guy in a wheelchair where he's playing more of a serious role.
Which would be great. And I'd love to see that, because I think he could do it. I'm not saying he couldn't do it. I just think right now he's kind of getting typecasted. Obviously, he's probably, for time being, he's probably just trying to just get a bag. So he's just like, all right, yeah, let's do it. Boom, 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 boom. They wanted him in the movies. He was like, fuck it, I'll do it. And they just wanted him to be him because that's what he's known for. Great. Now that we know what you can do, let's see what else you can do. So that's why it's gonna be cool to see him like in Will Smith or even like Adam Sandler, because Adam Sandler for the longest time was just doing Adam Sandler movies that were just kind of stupid. They're funny, but then he got into a more serious role with. This isn't the only serious role he had, but the one on Netflix,
Uncut Gems.
Uncut Gems. That was a really good movie. That was really good.
It was really weird, but it was good.
I liked that movie a lot, and I liked his role. I mean, because it wasn't, Waterboy, you know what I'm saying? It was something completely different. So it was nice to see that. So it's really cool. I like when like comedic actors do that, because obviously everyone knows him to be funny, but I want to see what else you can do. So it's gonna be really interesting to see how Kevin Hart handles that, and when it's more serious. But I think he's gonna do fine. I think he's gonna do fine. He's got the talent to be able to portray emotion.
Definitely.
I would hope. Same thing with like The Rock. The Rock's the same person in every single movie. Every single movie.
Definitely.
Same single person.
Yeah, the big superhero action saver guy. No, and what was the first movie he had with when he was a football player with Madison Pettis? God, it's fucking killing me.
This is the first movie he had.
The Rock
I can't wear this deodorant.
The Game Plan. Great movie.
That was a good movie. Yeah.
Great movie. He wasn't super like, killing everybody, save his shit. Like he was a dad.
Yeah. I guess more so now, because like the most recent movies been in, they're all like what the jungle,
Jumanji,
Jungle
Book, and then there's one with like a
like
big huge monster,
and it's just like all right,
Which are remakes, aren't they?
They're all remakes of different things. But he's just the same guy in every movie. So it's like, man, give me something. I want to see you cry. You know, I want to see you cry. I want to see you, your heart broken.
I remember he did one movie. He didn't even talk. What movie was that? He was in a car. The character didn't even fucking talk.
I don't know.
Whoever he played, bro, he did not talk. And that shit
know.
made me mad. Anyway, yeah, before we get on that, yes, I think that's dope. I love if we're gonna do a comedy versus, it had to be them frying the shit out of each other.
Yeah, it had to be something like that, or something like off top, or completely new material.
Improv.
You know what I'm saying?
That'd be nice.
Improv. There's no. I personally wouldn't want to see them retell old jokes to see which ones. Because the thing is, it's not gonna be neither of them are gonna be as funny. Because it's old jokes. You know what the punchline is. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like music to where it's like you're gonna be bobbing your head because you like the song. Like if you know how a joke's gonna end, you might get a chuckle out of it. And sometimes you can still laugh at those jokes, but I just feel like it won't have that same feel.
But if those two, and this will be our last point, if those two sit across from each other and try to fry each other, you giving it to Kevin Hart, you giving it to Cat Williams. That's tough because I've rewatched that video of Kevin cooking and Meek Mill's entire team. He fried the shit out of it, but you see Cat Williams and he was on Wild 'N Out for years, fucking people up.
I don't know. That'd be good. I'd like to see it, But I feel like that'd probably get really personal. I feel like get too personal for those two.
Yeah.
I know they don't really have the best history together. So,
Yeah.
But yeah, that'd be cool. But then that would kind of just trying to almost be like Wild 'N Out, just single.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like just who can make fun of the other person more.
I feel that.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It'd be tough for comedy. Like that type of battle would only be able to do it for specific comics because not every comics are gonna roast you. You know what I'm saying? That not every comics is like that type of person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like it'd only really be for a specific type of comics that do that. Which then I feel like would just kind of go into a bunch of like Wild 'N Out comics that roast each other. That's what they do. That's what they're funny for. You know what I'm saying? But like it would just be that. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like we already have that.
Yeah.
So why not just put Kevin Hart and Cat Williams on the red and black team? Have them go at it.
I think I did that before.
Or the platinum team. Yeah, they might have. I wouldn't be surprised if they did. You know what I'm saying? But
Kevin Hart's been on Wild Out like 5 times.
He's been a couple times. Yeah, he's been on there for a minute. So like, that would make more sense to me than having a whole thing just to have them sit across the table from each other and talk shit.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? So I just don't think that would work really that well with how the music one has worked because it's just two completely different types of stimulation,
Yeah. Thanks. All right, guys. Thank you as always tuning in. Unless you had something else. Thank you guys as always. Man, good time today. Hour 7. That's great. That's what kind of what we've been shooting for.
Oh yeah, guys, don't wear the white deodorant because like it's like falling out of my arm.
It's like snowfall over there.
Like look at that.
Yeah, bro. It looks like you have armpit dandruff.
Yeah.
That's great.
I don't even know. So don't buy it. I might just stick with the spray.
I do gels.
I've done gels; those are fine, but like I feel like slimy sometimes.
I do.
Like I remember one time I went to the gym and I was working out and I was sweating and I was just like it was just no.
It don't happen to me, but what I do, I go woo-doo-doo, and then I rub my armpits together.
I do too.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was. Maybe I was just extra sweaty that day or something. But
maybe
I might just have to go spray and leave it at that.
I feel you.
From now on.
All right, guys. Go and give your social media, my boy.
Instagram is Pierce _Michael1. Snapchat's PBoogs PB00GS, and same with Apple Music PB00GS. That's it. That's the only social medias I have. I don't even use those like that. Like I really just want to delete all my social media, man.
Can't.
Yeah, not anymore.
You can't. Maybe back in the day you could have. Not now, though.
Not now, man. Which is crazy. I feel like you're almost like a prisoner. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you want to, but like if you have any type of business online, you need those things. If you're any type of creator at all, you need an Instagram or something or a Twitter to be able to get your work out. So even if it's like consumes your life, you're stuck to it. Because you're like, if I delete this, then no one's gonna see my art.
Yeah.
No one's gonna be able to contact me. Sucks, bro.
It does. Devonn Overstreet on all platforms. DC815 on Twitter. Devonn on Instagram. ISD in School Detention on all your podcast platforms and on YouTube, guys. Thank you so much. You guys be safe.
Peace.